This week's parashah is Yakihel. Moses assembled the whole community, and the Haftarah is from the first book of Kings. The book of Kings is the fourth scroll of the prophets. The Haftarah is mainly about temple vessels and a vision of King Solomon's temple. Solomon's temple had vessels of spectacular design fashioned by Hiram of Tyre, of the tribe of Naphtali on his mother's side. Solomon had Hiram make all the furnishings that were in the temple: the altar, the table of the bread of display, the lamp, the basins, the snuffers, sprinkling bowls, ladles, and fire pans, all of gold. Here is a 13th century artistic representation of vessels that were in the temple. It is from a Bible with illuminated pages done in 1299. On one panel we see the Mizbeach HaZahav, the incense altar, and below it Shtei HaTzotzorot Kesef, two silver trumpets, and a shofar. On another panel we see the Mizbeach HaOlah, the sacrificial altar, with the Hakior, the laver, below it. In a panel here we see a number of vessels used in the temple: sprinkling bowls, pails for ashes, scrapers, flesh hooks, and a frankincense censer. Here is a modern representation of a frankincense censer. Once a week, on Shabbat, the 12 loaves of the showbread were removed by the priests and replaced with new loaves. At the same time, 2 portions of frankincense were also replaced, carried by gold frankincense censers. Here we see a representation of what the frankincense looked like on top of the table of showbread. Here is a mosaic from the synagogue in Beit Shan in Israel for the 4th century, showing 2 frankincense censers. Here is another mosaic from the 5th century, showing a frankincense censer. On the illuminated page, there is Hebrew surrounding the panels, which reads as follows: "All these vessels were used when the temple was on its foundation and the Holy of Holies on its site. Happy is he who beheld it in all its glory and splendor and observed all the acts of its power and might. And happy is he who waits and comes to see it. May it be your will that the temple be speedily rebuilt in our days, so that our eyes may behold it and our heart rejoice. Amen, Amen, Selah." Thank you for your interest and feedback, and Shabbat Shalom.